Hello, League, and welcome to the 2022 DFS Fantasy League. I appreciate all of you joining me this year. Quite excited about the turnout that we have and what it's going to allow us to do from a payout perspective. I think the first week went off mostly without a hitch. And, we're certainly looking forward to making this happen week in and week out. If any of you have any questions about what was going on, please feel free and ask me. But I first want to start out by showing you what I believe to be the final numbers. I actually only have 34 people who have paid me. Um, One person who paid me didn't make their picks. So we are actually expecting 36 total participants this year. And that is what I'm basing all of our payouts based on. So if the last two people send me the cash, then I will be, fully paid up, which is, honestly, it's the first week. So we only have two outstanding. That's not too bad. Now, based on 18 weeks, at $40 a person. Actually, what I should say is 36 people at $40 a person is $1,440 pool. So how did I break this down? Well, first of all, now with such a large pool of 36 people per week, I felt like only paying out one person per week was not enough. So now we've actually increased our weekly payout pool to a total of $51 per week. Now, I haven't necessarily adjusted all the numbers properly. So we're actually going to go ahead and increase that here to make it an even 51. This just increased when I did my final tally, and I didn't actually adjust these. So we're actually looking at first place every week will almost get your money back. $36 a week to the weekly winner. Second place per week, $10. And third place, yes, we are paying out top three every week. We'll get $5. So that is going to be what you have in store every week. So even if you're not in the running at, week 17, and you still need to make your week 18 picks, you could still win quite a bit of money, even if you're not in the top part of the pool. And that's, again, one of the biggest drives for this DFS is so we can actually reward people both weekly and season long. So the season long pool, we have allocated what I believe is the majority of the pool, 90% of the remainder of the bonus pool, will be divvied up at 50, 30, and 20%. So the first place on the season is slated to win $233. Second place on the season is slated to win $140. And third place will win $93. Now, you may also end up winning top three payouts throughout the season as well, which I fully expect. But we certainly are excited to have such a big pool for these payouts. Also, we have a couple special bonus payouts as well. And again, some of the rounding with all the formulas and stuff. Basically, we've got about $52 divvied out for the season long bonus pool, and where we are estimating 60% of that will go to the highest individual week. This week we had some good scores. Are they going to hold up the rest of the season? Remains to be seen. I'm sure we might have somebody break 200 points at some point, so I'm sure whoever does that might end up with the highest individual week, but this specifically will be for the entire season. Highest individual week across the entire season. Whoever has that highest score will get an extra $30. We also have an extra bonus for the lowest total season score as long as you didn't miss a week for picks. So it's a consolation prize to whoever gets the lowest score on the season, but they didn't miss a single week in making all their picks. We also have the same $10 for the lowest individual week for teams submitted in the first half of the season. Again, whoever ends up with the lowest weekly pick somehow, you will end up getting a $10 payback for that as well. So we're actually rewarding both sides of the spectrum. Those are kind of a couple goofy payouts and bonuses, but again, we're just trying to have fun with this too. So let's go ahead and get on with the actual scores for week 1 and see how we all did. So first place, congratulations to Chris O'Malley. Not a stranger at all to the leaderboard. He somehow knows to pick the right people, obviously, except for Rashad Higgins, who got a big 0 goose egg, but that didn't really matter because he had all fire down his roster. Even with Mr. Baker Mayfield manning the quarterback spot, he's got A.J. Dillon and Jonathan Taylor. I mean, 30 points, you're not going to lose with that. With a 31.9 with Jamar Chase and Michael Pittman with 30 points. He even got almost 30 with his tight end Kelsey, and a nice 20 spot from his flex Christian Kirk as well. And his defense, I mean, who would have thought Miami was going to put a shellacking on the Patriots, but they sure did. And that gave him an extra 18 points for a total of 199.4. And this season, week 1 winner is Chris O'Malley. In second place, newcomer Bo McKinley. Welcome to the league. Appreciate you joining. Certainly, you made a big splash in week 1 with second place, just a few points off of winning. Heck of a lineup here with Lamar Jackson and Saquon. Even McCaffrey, I mean, it's cold for him, but I'll take 15 points from anybody. Granted, the amount of money you spent, $8,500, maybe you might want a few more points per dollar on that, but still, I'd take 15 points over my goose eggs that I had. I mean, Justin Jefferson, look at him. 42 points. I mean, and 30 from Pittman. Jahan Dotson, really like that guy. And you also end up having the Miami defense too. So a couple 18 spots there and rounding out at 193 points. So really, the two of you coming out firing with 190 out of the gate. Hopefully y'all don't do that again next week because I need a chance to catch up. But good job. And then we also have another newcomer, Will McKenzie. Thank you for joining as well. He's in my buddy Bo's fantasy league. That's how I met him. And, he decided to try his talents over here in the daily fantasy. And sure enough, also made the podium. Jalen Hurts with a great showing with the 24 points. Also had Justin Jefferson and Michael Pittman with, major fire points here, and Dotson. I mean, you guys had virtually the same lineup. You ended up going the Najee Harris route with Christian McCaffrey, so that hurt you just a little bit. And Irv Smith, I don't know, did he just not play? I don't know how he got 0. And obviously the Lions giving up 38 points to Philly with another 0. But that's not too bad. You still end up with third place and your winnings for coming in third place as well. Looking at the top 5, we also had some good statistics here at 175 points. Let's see here. Jameis Winston, Saquon Barkley, Justin Jefferson, Michael Pittman. Wow, Taylor. I mean, you were there. You were close, man. Just a couple points off. If only Kadarius Toney could have done just a little bit more, even DJ Moore. But, I mean, looked like Carolina was getting harassed by Cleveland all day. So, not much to ask for. And then Jeremy rounding out the top 5. And a lot of good picks here with Jalen Hurts. Let's see. Aaron Jones, he had a kind of a dud game, but you had DeAndre Swift who had a stud game. So, kind of a little bit of a trade-off there. But overall, you picked the Bucks defense, and they obviously were terrorizing Dak Prescott all game long. So great picks there. And, I mean, it's quite impressive to just look at this leaderboard and all the new names and all the new faces who have joined us in this year's pool. So a lot of points here in the hundreds, and we certainly appreciate you joining. I'm going to try and do these recordings every week. Since this is week one, the week one standings are the current final standings, so I'm not going to pull up my other scoring spreadsheet yet. I still got to get that finalized for this year. However, based on the results today, I will be sending out the payouts and confirming it via the week one recap email for any of you that don't watch or listen to this video. So thank you again for joining, and I look forward to a fun season. Reminder, week two contest has already been created today. I created it this morning. Do not forget to make your picks before Thursday at 8:20 p.m. Um, I sent out a calendar reminder that has its own reminder for the meeting as well. So you should have plenty of reminders. I'll be sending you emails as well to remind you. Get your picks in every week. It doesn't take very long. Just get them in. You can always change them after you've made your picks. And if any of you are wondering what PMR stands for, because I know I didn't know that when I first started, and I get asked that question quite a bit, it stands for player minutes remaining. So every single player will start with 60 minutes, and as the game goes on, obviously, their minutes will go down until the end of the game. And so if you have multiple people playing at the same time, your PMR will obviously decrease at a quicker rate while their games move throughout the game. And so when your game is over, each person will have 60 less minutes per player until Monday Night Football wraps up and there are no more player minutes remaining for the league, and that will be the final standing. So if any of you were wondering what PMR stands for, that is what it is. Otherwise, I think you guys all pretty much have it figured out, hopefully, so far. If not, you're picking these teams based on the value of the player, and you got to balance that budget. So hopefully next week, you all will come out with a slightly new strategy. I sure know I will. I came in 21st place, so 123 points, actually not too shabby, but still there's some things I can improve on. I got a 0 from Cole Kmet. I got 5 points from was it Kendrick Bourne, and I got 5 points from the Denver Broncos defense, and who I thought was going to be really good. Eckler had a kind of lackluster appearance with 4 catches for 36 receiving yards and 36 rushing yards, no touchdowns to save the day for him. So, I had Jalen and Pittman, only 2 fired people, but got to keep track of what these matchups are. You got to see who these players are playing against and kind of the storylines that surround some of these games. So, anyway, obviously, if I knew the secret sauce, I would hopefully be winning by now, but it's still fun nonetheless. So, I appreciate you all. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free and let me know. Otherwise, we look forward to the next week. So thank you, and we'll talk soon.